up, guys, and welcome to the third episode of the Blueprint of Blue Collar Success. My name is Gavin Robinson. Thank you all for watching again. Last week I started to go over becoming an apprentice, getting yourself started in a construction union-based career, and in this video I'm going to be going over progressing through that apprenticeship. You want to do everything you can to stand out, develop your skills as a tradesman, and get yourself on the right path to success. So the first tip I have for today is get good at something. There's going to be all kinds of different facets of what you do. Like in floor laying, there's carpet, vinyl, hardwood, ceramic. That's just an example. But whatever your trade is, make sure you find your niche. There's going to be something that you're better at than other things, and you really want to double down on those things and get good at them, because that will provide a lot of value to the company when they have somebody that's proficient at something that isn't even making full scale yet. You also want to become good at these things, because once you start tackling simpler tasks, the foreman and journeyman are going to see that, and they're going to want to teach you more technical things. So showing that you're coachable and learn fast will make them want to teach you more and develop you into a better worker. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is accumulating your tools. You definitely want to set some money aside, and maybe one tool a week or one tool every other week. Build your set of tools so you have something that you're comfortable with. I know here in St. Louis we have to buy our own hand tools. That may be different from shop to shop or around the country, but you definitely want to have a nice set of tools that you feel comfortable with, that you know are going to get the job done. After that, I would say that you should definitely, one of the things that I think about when I'm doing my job is it's like a competition. It's like a sport. You know, life is a sport, whether you believe it or not. Everybody's trying to stand out. So one thing that I always think about in my head is I want to do such a good job that when people see what I've done compared to what everybody else has done, they want to tear all their shit out because it sucks compared to mine. Now, obviously, I don't want that to happen, but if you get everybody on your job working with that mindset that yours is going to be the absolute best, and you're putting in that extra effort, your jobs are going to come out good. You're not going to have huge punch lists, and you and the guys around you are all going to be noticed. You know, you want to stand out, but you're still a team. Don't be afraid to help somebody out. Helping somebody out that might be struggling with what you're doing is going to make you look like a professional in what you're doing. It's going to build respect, and it's going to help you on later down the road. Never be afraid to teach those around you. It might even help reaffirm some of the information to yourself. The next thing I would go over is don't let the amount of time that you've been doing this now go to your head. You know, one term that we throw around a lot is becoming an apprentice foreman. You don't want to start letting the fact that you've been here for a couple years go to your head. You're definitely not in charge right now. You're not the boss. You still got to do what you're told. Just because you might be on that second rung of the totem pole, maybe even third by now, doesn't mean you're running the show yet. So make sure you keep your head down and pay attention to what you need to do, be respectful, and stay humble. The next thing I would say is you're still getting paid to learn at this point, so do not focus on going super fast all the time. There's no point in getting all your stuff done super fast all the time when somebody's just gonna have to tear all that shit out because you jacked it all up. Pay attention to the details. You're getting paid to learn. You're still an investment that your company has made in itself, and they want you to develop and become proficient. Like I said, speed means nothing without quality. After that, I would say make the most out of your money. I know here in the St. Louis area and with the carpenters, the way the training program works is 1 week every 3 to 4 months, based on how many people are in the program at the time, will go to school for a week. And the bad thing about it is your employer doesn't pay you for that week that you're away from work. We get a stipend. That may be different around the areas, but you definitely are going to notice a difference between your regular paycheck and when you're in school that week. So you want to set some money aside, make sure you're good. You don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. You know, balancing your money is a huge part of this career. You want to be smart with it. You know, you want to be able to take care of a car issue if it happens, because that's your way to work. And so you don't want a flat tire to be a career-ending event for you. So you definitely want to know how to handle your money. I have a good friend of mine that runs a finance channel. Might not apply to anybody, but if you're interested on some information, I will definitely put a link to that in the description below. Other than that, I would say definitely take advantage of overtime when it comes, because it's not always going to be there. There are definitely slow seasons, especially for some trades that might work outside. Luckily for myself, I work inside, so it's very seldom that weather or things like that come into play, but times do get slow from time to time. In 2008, there was a major recession in the construction industry. Tons of people were missing tons of hours. Some people lost their jobs completely. So you definitely want to set some money aside and make sure that if things do get slow and you're sitting, you got some money to take care of yourself. But that's one of the purposes of this video, because I want you to be so successful and be so badass at whatever you're doing that the company will never be able to afford to have you sitting at home. So I hope you like this video. If you got some value, found it interesting, or even if you think it sucks, let me know in the comments. Leave a like or a dislike. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys. Next week I'm going to be going over preparing to become a journeyman, the things you've learned up till now, the things you can expect on this next step of your journey, and I hope you guys tune in for it. I will see you next week. Have a good one.